I went to school. I studied so hard. I put all my best and I did all I am supposed to do as if my life depend on this. But here we are struggling after school. And this has been my burden. This has been a tough thing to actually say. But I feel someone out there might also be feeling the same way. And here is the story. In the past few years now, we have currently been navigating through the school life, learning how to be educated, and this has actually now been preparing us for the future we are currently facing right now. And there's this particular adage that says school is a scam, but I'm not on the school of thought to believe that school is a scam. But what is currently happening if school is quite not a scam, and we actually finish and still come outside to find it hard to make ends meet? Making $100 right now is very, very hard, and this is getting tiring. And that is why many of us are jumping into a lot of online and remote jobs, which are cryptocurrency, thereabout, web designing, graphic design. And this is actually something we need to talk about. If I had known I'm going to become a YouTuber for a very long time, I think I would have started over 5 years, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, when I was developing myself in actually studying a particular course that I have to carry my CV all around without even getting a single mail. And starting a YouTube channel, I've gotten a lot of mail about brand that they want me to collaborate and also do one or two partner with them, and this is getting serious and we need to talk about this particular stuff, right? So I don't have the answer to all this particular question, but I'm going to share my story and my experience and the way I actually navigate through being a struggle student to being financially stable. Even though we are still getting there, it is not currently there already, but this is going to get there very soon. Let's dive into what happened in the last few years. Alright, so we have been told that going to school is actually a way to success, especially this part of this particular country where I come from. And this has been this track the youth has been going on with too in this particular few years right now. We have to struggle to get admission. We get the admission, then we actually find our way into the university to study one or two courses. And when we are done, we find it hard to actually even figure out or dust out the certificate we actually get. So does it actually really matters? Alright, so I'm going to leave this particular stuff in the question to the comment section, but I'm going to say my thoughts. And if you actually buy in my idea or what I actually thought, then you can currently say your stuff also at the comment section of this particular video. This is getting very so hard and this is getting frustrated, right? So if you are young and if you are yet to move into school, well, if you actually find this particular video coming your way, I think this is a good track for you to actually start your year, and this is going to be a game changer for you. And for parents watching, this can actually make you to navigate your children and your unborn children, right? Because it is also going to affect my unborn children, right? So I'm going to make sure I pass out this particular information to them. So first things first, why do we actually go to school? And we all know the answer to this: to be educated, even though we actually lie to, because no, I'm not going to school to make money, I'm not this and that. But that is our initial plan, that okay, when I go to school, I'll be able to work in a company, I'll be able to do this and that. And that has been the orientation we have been given, we have been filled with through our parents and our forefathers, right? But things are changing. So why things are currently changing? Why are we still going into the part of making sure we actually finish one particular course in school before we start our life? Starting a life is very important now than even going to school. Alright, do not get me wrong in this particular stuff. I'm going to share my story and my experience also. So I believe if you have a purpose, even purpose, when people talk about purpose, it gets tiring, because what I hear about purpose is just about talent and they're about what do you want to achieve. Okay, so what I actually define as purpose is what God has actually given you to actually add to the community and also add to the society. Because actually I currently believe that all we are doing in this particular world is adding to the society, and that is how we are going to be fruitful out there. Imagine this particular phone I'm currently using was not made by someone. How am I going to be using this as my mic? And this is what someone actually did to add into to add to me, and with this is getting a reward of money, right? So this is one of the initiative and the idea for us to actually go to school, and this is how we actually started. But things are changing. We are going to the school and we are not getting this particular stuff we required in return. And we are not changing this particular process. We keep doing the same thing just because I want to get the certificate. And after you got the certificate, what has happened right now? And you got the certificate, your Slimbies are also going right there to follow the same track, and you are not going to stop them for not doing that. Alright, so this is a story I'm going to share right here. And in the last few years, I started schooling before I started making videos, right? And there's this particular friend of mine. I love sharing this particular video that I actually learned photography at the initial age. I think when I entered the university at the age of 17, 18. Yeah, so he also started his photography journey at that particular point. And fast forward to this particular rate, he has currently make a lot of, okay, fine, you might actually say the head are not quite the same, but this is what I want to bring out from this particular stuff. This is still the same photography I'm currently doing out right to feed myself, and he's more a pro, he's a professional than I am, but I also studied something else in school. Okay, fine, I have a certificate, he doesn't have, but now he has a certificate in photography. He went to one of the photography school, like a best photography school here in the country, and he has gotten a certificate that he actually tendered to companies when he wants to get approval for jobs to make their content and thereabouts. And here I'm just here still trying to learn how to cut and join, how to make CapCut videos, and he's already doing a big interview, a big progress in his life right now. So the first thing and the main purpose of this particular stuff is knowing what exactly you want to do and focusing on it. Alright, so before you actually get what you want to do, you are going to jump into up and down, because before I got what I want to do for my life, I wasn't doing one thing. You are going to keep trying this, keep doing this. People are going to be talking about this, but when you get to a particular point, you are going to notice that there is particular one stuff that is currently working for you, and you are currently seeing that you love this particular stuff within, and it is actually giving you joy when you make, even though people are not seeing you right now. And this is one thing you are going to focus on. So I started YouTube, and here am I today. You are watching me, and I'm also making impact into your life. And YouTube actually discuss a lot of stuff, which I watch videos, I watch a lot of content creator. This is where I get my education. I believe YouTube is quite the best school I have ever gone to, and this is something I am going to be sharing, and I'm going to be proving to the world that this is what I've currently learned for the past few years. And without certificates, I'm currently making thousands of nairas and monies in dollars right now. And this is something I want to share to the young youths that are yet to actually grow to this particular level. And people that have grown to this level, it is a way to actually retract your particular destination. I made a song about this particular update, and it is titled Kokokà. I have it in the description of this particular video, and I'm going to pin it at the comment section also. You can listen to it. I talked about how this is actually going to be impacting a lot, and what I've currently learned in the past few years of this, and this is the solution to this particular problem. So in conclusion of this, what can we currently do? Alright, so what I said so far in this particular video, I've talked about how you can currently find what is actually interest in you. The main purpose is adding value to your society, adding value to the community, while the educational background is actually for you to get educated so that you can stand out right now. So this is one thing we need to do, and this is one thing we need to focus on. spending some amount of money in the university and learning a very good job, it is not for everybody, and everyone are going to go on their different part of life. There are people that are going to be engineers, and there are people that are going to be filmmakers, videographer. So what path do you actually want to follow? Are you still in the line of my mother said this, my father said this? Will I do this because I don't want to and they want me to? You know, despite of particular story we all cook together and put into our head that this is one thing we want to do. This has been affecting our life and this has not been shaping it to the right pattern. So I urge you today to actually stand up and stand firm and decide on what you want to do. Give yourself 5 years. If you add the 5 years to your particular year right now, if you are 21, adding 5 years to it now might be 26, and I bet you if you actually follow up this particular track and start standing firm in your life and doing something you really want to do and focus on it right away at this particular point, this is actually going to change your future, and this is actually going to build you to the successful area you want to become right here. So I'm Hipyoung, and I'm going to be making more updates about this particular stuff. Welcome to my channel, and if you get the value from this particular video, please hit on the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell icon.